Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to my lecturer and my fellow friend. Today I'm going to present my board analysis and synthesis. National Register criteria have two major activity, which is defining significant and assessing integrity. Defining significant that will apply to the study area at Pasir Penambang to establish by relating fact about the history and existing landscape characteristic. National criteria have four elements: associate event and history, associate with important person, distinctive physical character, and ability to prove by past history. First, criteria A, associate event and history. One connection create a greater changes on Pasir Penambang. Pasir Penambang getting massive economic development effect by building of this bridge. Connecting Pasir Penambang with Kuala Selangor are reducing uses of boat petambang. This bridge by Sultan Salahuddin Abdul Aziz Shah complete built by 1982. Character C, distinctive physical character. Building form an element of traditional house. A, the wall are remain wood plank, which is a great element of traditional house. Wood a good element for looking more natural element. Traditional house are unique, which is have a small area in front of main door for the rest of visitor. Wood window shutter are good element traditional, which is most of the Pasir Penambang are use and still maintain the wood window shutter. Rooftop are maintained for decade without replacing with new component. This enhance the traditional element structure of the building. Going next to small scale element. First is signage. Signage are built for eye-catching to attract community and make them feel allowed to the play with full direction. The advertisement signage are commonly bold and bright for easy visitor spot from the distance. A statue. The eagle statue are meant to be known locally and recognized by Pasir Penambang. Small element that permanent spotted by local to remainly known as a government service. Jetty bridge. Jetty bridge can be found with two types, concrete and wood. Jetty bridge, both of them are still applied at Pasir Penambang and still stand strong enough to handle wave and fishermen users. Chinese religion's element. Chinese religion appearance are really various at Pasir Penambang since majority are Buddha belief. So the conclusion is Pasir Penambang is dominated by Chinese settlement from several decades under temporary occupation license (TOL) and keep rising expanding population. Those are actual event in Pasir Penambang that live with history still recent day. So for the criteria, we only take criteria A and C only. Next in National Register consideration have consist 7 location, design, workmanship, material, setting, filling, and the associations. For the location, have two type of location, which is fisherman settlement and commercial settlement. For the design, for traditional house, I include three part of the houses. One is a sarambi, commonly used by men to carry out their household chores, such as weaving nets and fishing nets. Second is anjung at the middle of the house, have a space and on one side of the house as a place to gather or be activity. Third is on the back side of the traditional house, have a kitchen as a special place for the family member to gather while eating. Intensity is a main link between another house for better accessible and also link to their boat. Workmanship. Fishing net are traditional method that has been using entire decades with a detailed and precise manufacture. Traditional fishing boats are also man-made, which represent the great skill to build out a single durable fishing boat. Pukat or fishing net are more used at the deep sea with larger area space to conquer a better fishing catching for supply. Material for the single house of traditional house for the roof using asbestos and the wall is still using wood and the wall windows using glass and steel and for eye catcher are using PVP pipe. For the tiang kuda-kuda are using wood, sometimes using resak wood. And for the steel, the Pandasi are built with concrete slab to make more tougher and stable. Next, for the setting, boat placement, Pasir Penambang view are totally only to the for Selangor River, are a yellow rectangle. Linear view of the boat parking along the rivers of Pasir Penambang. Feeling fisherman vibe, the pole of Arika cottage for the boat tied up when the high tide create a good vibe of fisherman area. Rhythm. The rhythm of water splashing are giving a peacefully of mind when close to riverbank. Association, a presence of boats. The association with the fisherman activity is still strong in the village Pasir Penambang, retain the character of a fisherman. So the conclusion is national consideration consists 7 criteria consideration. The table shows the Pasir Penambang has a good factor of traditional, which is include all the aspect of national register consideration. Next is problem threat to integrity. Overview Pasir Penambang issue attend to environment, which may be threat to the area and might be desolate. The traditional element cause of surrounding that are grow fast on development. However, the uncontrolled rubbish that floating through Pasir Penambang are quite disturbance. First, moving trash problem. There are uncontrolled trash are stopped off at the Pasir Penambang and being permanent cause of stuck on mud. These causes are keep occur on site because of no filter to block the rubbish to stop by. This happen which endanger biodiversity. Biodiversity on the trash area are very poor, which is no oxygen support from close plant for aquatic life and might decrease the number of aquatic living on riverbank Pasir Penambang. Second is infrastructure, damaged jetty and unsafety. This issue for damaged jetty is some jetty are actual material that made by wood and plant, which is decayed would damage and may endanger the fishermen, which is might fall into water. Unsafety, the length of the jetty are quite short, which only safe for single person walking by, and the collision may happen when the two person or more walk into the same time in the same jetty. On the third, loss of vegetations. Pasir Penambang are regularly found empty on terrace, which is blocking the growth of planting. Planting are barely can be seen on the Pasir Penambang because the quality of the soil are unhealthy because of planting grows on the site. Modern component. Pasir Penambang have several traditional house and most of them are have improvised with modern component. The shape and design are totally from the new modern element. The modern building are slowly lost due to identity of the Pasir Penambang. The material using mostly are made by concrete and steel. Way of overall integrity. Pasir Penambang retain the significance of national register criteria and consideration. Despite having several issues, but the site study survival of significant characteristics such as building and structure. Thus, site study maintain their overall integrity. Next is composite map. Pasir Penambang has variety type of the house and number of the shape, which is or one of them are remain as traditional house include their component structure based on significant national register. Issue 1 is impurity of the biodiversity. Settlement area. Local area are not aware and present of unpleasant environment and their incompetence on a riverbank. Issue 2 is infrastructure. Settlement area located on local are not emphasize the safety on the jetty area which is cause an accident and may fall into the water. Depletion of vegetation. Settlement area. The object all around the surface are blocking the growth of plant between the housing area. Issue number 4 is loss of traditional element. Large number of housing located on Pasir Penambang are still apply the modern structure on their part of housing which is slowly lost the element of traditional. Finally, site significance. Coastal area. Pasir Penambang coastal area tidal movement Therefore, bringing the rubbish from along the Selangor River and start on the Pasir Penambang coastal area. Since Pasir Penambang area aluminium settlement, this area are more collect rubbish from the wave. Second, the fisherman settlement. The jetty are made by wood and fragile within decades and might be broke down. This happens when the wooden jetty are exposed by sunlight and salt water daily. The safety are also not a major issue for the Pasir Penambang locals. The hidden infrastructure the for the third riverbank Pasir Penambang. The hidden treasure on the Pasir Penambang are quite impressive, existing on Cepaka Budi statue within fisherman parking area. This would more lovely when the environment are clean and tidy. Number 4, find housing area. The original traditional houses are slowly dissolved within the growth of economy when the building start using modern components to strengthen their building part and adding the more space area. Thank you for me.